Hi everyone, and welcome to Paper Pumpkin Week here on Creative Chelsey. Over the past couple days, I've shared some great card ideas you can make with the contents from this month's kit. Today I'm sharing with you my 5th alternative card idea using the September 2025 Paper Pumpkin kit called Fall For Toile. If you would like to watch me unbox the kit and create these cards or see any of my other alternatives, you can click on the playlist and I'll link it up here in the top right corner. So this card design has a masculine look, and I don't make a lot of masculine cards, and as this card came together, I really had to step out of my comfort zone to not overdo it. I love the simplicity and that it uses up the scraps I had left over from my previous designs. Each month I take the contents from the Paper Pumpkin kits and make alternative projects. My cards are easy to follow and can be made by both experienced or new paper crafters. You may need just a couple other products to complete them. You can follow along with me using supplies you already have or purchase any products you see me use from my online store, and the link to all products is below in my description or on my blog, creativechelsey.com. Okay, let's go ahead and talk about the things you need from the kit to create this card. You are going to want to have your last white card base piece. This is 2 3/4 inches by 4 1/4. You also have a nice large brown piece. I think this is 3 1/4 by 5 1/2 inches. And then we have a light brown toile piece. It's a 1/2 inch by 5 1/2 inches. And then your ribbon, as well as the small crumb cake circle and some envelope for stamping. And then from your own craft supply, you need to have a card base, and I'm using Cajun Craze. That is the same color of ink that came in the kit. So I'm going to go ahead and begin by folding my card base in half and stamping it with some of the leaves from the kit. So these are the small little leaves, and we're going to just stamp it running down the left side about a 1/2 inch into the card. So just keep that in mind, that we're going to get about a 1/2 inch of visibility here, and it starts at a 1/2 inch inside the card, and then it goes to about 1 inch. So you can kind of have some fun and stamp some designs here. Okay. So something like that should be just fine. We're going to add the light brown toile piece first. When you add this strip, just make sure you're not adding it upside down. There is a directional pattern on it. If you can't tell what the pattern is, then that's probably okay to add it anyway. And then we're going to add the brown to the right side. Smooth it all out. Now, if you don't like the distressed look, you can just leave it as it is. But if you do want that distressing right around that edge, I just am going to take my fingernail and run it along that edge there. You're just going to pull and curl as you go and repeat it on this side too. I didn't do it on all 4 sides, just the sides that are on each side of that gap. Just kind of roughen it up a little bit. Okay. Then we're going to just stamp our greeting on this white piece. You can use any greeting. And if you do want to kind of step up this card, you could even do some like leaf stamping around the edge. I did think about doing that, but like I said, I was trying to just keep it nice and simple, maybe do something a little more masculine since that's not something I normally do. We're going to stamp this in the top half of that white piece, and then go ahead and distress this. Again, if you don't want that distressed look, you don't need to do it. And we're going to pop this on with dimensionals. And after you take the backing off, it goes just up to that left side. So we want to see a little bit of the dark brown peeking out, but it doesn't just go right in the center. And you can either center it vertically or push it up just a little bit to get a little more space at the bottom if you want. For the ribbon, you're going to fold this in half, and I'm going to have my angle go down. Can you see how it goes down? So then on the back, I'm going to take some tear and tape and connect the two right there where they meet. So find my tear and tape, and it's got to be somewhere. There it is. And then put that tear and tape between the two. And if it's too long, we're just going to fold it back on itself. And then just remove the paper backing. And like I said, you can just pull that back until you don't see it. And then add that to this bottom half here. You can have a little bit coming off the end if you want, just like that. And then we've got our little circle. You can add that with tear and tape or liquid glue. I'm just going to pop that right in the middle where the two meet. Okay, we are going to do some stamping, and then we're going to fussy cut out the acorn. I'm going to do it with Early Espresso ink, just so I have that nice dark line. You could also use black or a different color brown. And then we're going to color this with some different brown colors. I've got crushed curry. I also have Early Espresso, as well as the Cajun Craze. I'm going to do the top with the Cajun Craze, so it gets a nice red color there. And then I'm just going to add a little bit of highlight with my crushed curry, since it's a little bit more of a yellow color, just to give some variation. And then the bottom part, I'll just do a light Early Espresso all the way around, and then right along the edges, kind of where I think a shadow might be, I'm going to just bump up the color a little bit. And then don't forget the tops. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and fussy cut this out. Once you're done fussy cutting it, go ahead, add some dimensionals. It's hard to see. And then you're just going to pop it in the center of that circle. And your card is all done. Again, if you'd like to add a little white space for your greeting, you can always cut up one of the envelopes to fit inside that space. It's a perfect way to use up those white envelopes after we removed the color pattern. Well, I hope you enjoyed watching me create this fun card today. If you're interested in seeing written instructions or close-up images on how I created this card, you can visit my blog, creativechelsey.com. If you would like to subscribe to get your own paper pumpkin kit, please do so using the link in the description box below. Thanks so much for watching. Have a creative day. Bye.